Now, in its 11th year, this is GabNet. Talk like you've never heard it before.
Hey, hey, everybody, live from Harlem in New York City. Yep, it's me. It's Alex, and this is the Ramble. Ladies and gentlemen, that there is Lori Thompson. Hello, Lori.
Hello, Mr. Bennett.
Is Lori short for Lawrence?
No. Lawrence Taylor. I used to get confused with him.
Yeah,
Lawrence Taylor of the Niners.
Yeah, but Lori Thompson, who's, God, how long have we known each other now?
For 40 years. Easy.
40 years.
Yeah. Wow. I know, isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
I remember thinking when I was in my 20s, it's like, if I live long enough, I'll have friends that I've had for 40 years and 50 years, maybe. And that to me was always...
Well, when I went to Live 105, okay, or what became Live 105, I think it was called Kit's Hot Hits when I first got there, but then they changed it.
Yes, thank goodness.
Well, they want to do something to kind of create an atmosphere for my show to exist.
Right.
You know, and so they changed it to to Live 105.
And it was an alternate format, which wasn't being done much around the country then.
Yeah.
Us and K-Rock were about...
Well, it was very funny about how they changed the format. They had this boss who lived in Delaware. And
the owner?
Yeah. He was very conservative about how he ran a radio station and so on. And he wouldn't have wanted to change formats musically. Mm-hmm. But what these guys felt was there was a thing called modern rock that was starting to happen, and they wanted to, and they felt that also fit me. And when I heard the music, I immediately went, oh, yeah, I enjoy this stuff. It was stuff I never heard before.
Yeah, it was a great idea at just the right time.
But when I went there, I don't know how you felt when you heard that I was coming. What was your immediate? You had fears, I'm sure.
I don't think I had fear. Well, anytime there's a change like that, you worry if your job's going to be there. And I didn't hear anything bad about you. I mean, I heard that you were controversial, which I liked, and I heard that you were kind of a renegade, which I also liked, and that I just thought you were an iconoclast for sure. Because I remember, I think I'd only listened to you a couple times because I was working.
Well, you couldn't listen to me. People always used to say to me, like I'd have a competitor. So, what do you think of so and so? And I say, I never heard them.
Exactly.
And they say, what, you never heard them? And I said, no, because I'm working when they're working.
Exactly, yeah. But I remember when everybody was supposed to play We Are the World, remember?
Yeah.
Where they were synchronized all the radio stations across the country. And you thought it was a capitalist hokey thing, which it was. I mean, it was uniting. It was, but you would watch, you'd listen to it, and part of you would tingle with, isn't this great? Yeah. But then the other part would go, this is so hokey.
It was jingoistic and so on. But the fact was, they came to me, I think I've told you this story. They came to me when they first decided to have me come over. What it was they took over my contract, that I had over at the Quake. And when I first walked into that station, I said, "What a dump!"
Oh, it was horrible.
It was so bad. The program director had pigeons shitting on him from the rafters in the building.
Yes, and then one day, same program director lifted the shade on his front door, and there was a guy pissing right onto the doorway. So he had a full tilt Joe.
But I looked at this, I immediately called my business manager, Gary, and I said, "Get me out of this." I said, "I can't work here. This is a dump."
It was horrible. I mean, when I came from St. Louis, because I'd come from a CBS station where 7 floors of CBS in St. Louis.
Yeah.
It was all pristine and shiny and fabulous.
Yeah.
And I walk into this station, and of course, they were all kinds of disclaimers. We're not going to be here that long. And,
That's what I was told, too. We're not going to be here this long. What is it, 4 years later or something, they moved to a new building?
Yeah, and it was sharp. It was nice, and we had
the new place was gorgeous. But the fact was, we had it was a little studio, and then I wanted a studio audience, so we put about, I guess, 8 chairs in there, 10 chairs,
10
and people
chairs,
could sit, and then other people would sit around the outside of the booth looking in.
Like a fishbowl.
Like I was being executed at San Quentin, but we somehow, when you have a deficit like that, it makes you work better. You come up with alternate ideas better. You find different ways of doing things,
Yeah, because there is a rough and tumble, grassroots kind of energy that you get.
So we adapted to that. But what I'm saying is that when I first got there, I called my business manager. Then they talked to me and asked me a bunch of questions. And one of them was, well, we have this person in the morning, her name is Lori Thompson. She does the news. We know you want the show to be yours, and you have the right to make it yours. And if you don't want her, we'll take whoever you want, or we'll find somebody else. And my first answer was, I don't want to take a job away from anybody. Let's give her a try. Let's see if she works well with me. And if she doesn't, I guess we can dump her. Yeah.
And Bennett, I so appreciated that, because I didn't know what to expect from you. I thought it was very commonplace for people to clean house.
Clean house when they come in.
A show like this came in.
I felt I was the show. Okay,
Yeah.
So anybody else that was around me were part of my sphere of influence, and so therefore I didn't really care who I had around me.
Yeah,
as long as we got along, as long as we had a camaraderie.
Yeah, which we did. I appreciated so many elements that could have gone the other way, and because I thought it's so easy for him to get Joe Rogelski back, who's been your previous.
Well, he had been my previous news guy. He couldn't come. Would have come, I guess, if it hadn't been for the fact that he was still under contract to the radio station, the other one.
Previous,
and they didn't want to get rid of him.
Okay.
They wanted him.
Which was wonderful for me.
Yeah. So I couldn't bring him with me. So that being the case, I went, hey, sure, let's try this person, And it worked out beautifully. You and I immediately had a real good working relationship, and it has somewhat lasted. When I was no longer working, I don't think we talked for a great while.
No, we just. I didn't know. You lose track of people a little bit.
You lose track. But doing this thing, which we've been doing for many a year now, it has rekindled the relationship. And the first time we ever did this, it was like we picked up where we left off.
Yeah, which was, wonderful. Because, I remember those days with such fondness. And when I knew that I didn't like that, hey, and wacky voices morning show, and I knew that you were different and unique and innovative.
Yeah.
So that's what really appealed to me, and that defrayed the fear that I had about my job secure, and that was a real concern. But the more we worked together, the more I felt like this is great. This is so natural.
Yeah, I felt it worked well, and it even works better now because you're sober.
Yeah.
There was a time there where, it was like when I was working with you, it was like doing a show, like driving down the road with a drunk sitting next to you, tugging on the wheel. And I've got to keep it, going. But, you took care of that problem,
Yeah.
And I just liked you, and I felt you were part of what I had. And, no matter what, you couldn't hurt it. You know,
Right.
it worked. you know?
Yeah. It just, and that was the kind of radio. I didn't even know what I was looking for, but I thought this is what I've been looking for in radio. The kind of presentation you can be happy with and feel progressive with. And
Yeah.
I just was fabulously surprised.
Yeah. We just had it was amazing. It was an amazing time, and people always go, well, "Why don't you come back to San Francisco and work again?" And I go, "It wouldn't work now.
No, it's
It wouldn't
different.
work now." To begin with, I'd have a management saying, "You can't say that. That's not right to say that."
In the cancel culture, I mean, everybody lives to be offended,
I mean,
and then they organize.
part of the Alex Bennett character on the air at the time was kind of sexist.
Really?
Well, the character that I played, basically, was kind of sexist. In spite of the fact that you could look at my life around me and nothing even said I was sexist. But I would, pull jokes that sounded sexist, because I was a big fan of Jack Benny.
Right.
Growing up. And he was I guess my greatest influence. Because there I had a radio, and every Sunday night I put on Jack Benny, and I'd laugh at him, and I loved him, and I thought he was terrific. When he went to TV, I was thrilled. And consequently, I took on the guise of Benny, oddly enough, in that, and I've often said this, I said this I think maybe the last time we were talking, I don't know, but I said it to somebody that, Jack Benny wasn't a comedian, he was a clown.
Yeah,
And
what's
the difference between a comedian and a clown is a comedian pulls jokes on people and about people, and a clown has the jokes pulled on him.
Okay.
And if you look at Benny's character, the jokes always landed as a slight to him.
He was great with the reaction. Oh, man.
Yes, absolutely. He had great timing, best timing ever. But I heard that, and I loved that. And I loved that approach. And so if you look at me doing that show, everybody was giving me a bad time. They were kidding me and about my problems, and, I got any young girlfriends lately or whatever, whatever it took. And I was always, in many cases, the butt of the joke. I very seldom pulled a joke on people.
Right. You put yourself up. You made yourself available to do that. And that was, I thought, a pretty brave choice.
Yeah. But so that influenced my sense of comedy. I like being the butt of jokes. I like being the clown. Liked having seltzer put down my pants.
Down your pants.
Yeah. And so I really love that, and everybody around me kind of played to that very well.
I think so. Yeah.
When Slayton was on, he just savaged me all the time, Yeah,
because he knew the character really well.
And people say to me, "Do you really like a guy putting you down like that?" I said, "Yes." It doesn't. The rule is it doesn't matter who gets the joke as long as something funny is going on.
Exactly. It's to the you enjoy that is what
I think that's the reason I work so well with comics, because they never felt competitive with me.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah, they never felt competitive.
Because you weren't.
Yeah, and
you nurtured it away.
But also when I worked with them, I never tried to top them. Trouble with a lot of morning show hosts and so on is they have a comedian on, and then they try to top the comedian.
Yeah.
Well, what do you have the comedian on for? You have him there to do his job. Shut up and let him work.
Yeah, because I've heard other shows that bring on comedians, and a couple of the ones we had on, and they just don't know how to handle them because of that very thing.
Well, I was told by comedians they go on other shows in other towns, and the host of the show would say, "Well, then I'll do this, and then you do that,
right?
And then I'll do this, and then you do that."
Yeah.
And I just respected comedians and their craft. And I didn't want to impinge on it. Why should I try and top them? I'm going to be here tomorrow.
Exactly. Yeah.
I've got the job already.
Yeah,
I don't need to top you. You go to work for me. Make me laugh.
And that's such a refreshing departure for me because I'd worked with other morning men that were like that. And it just, it was scripted. It was, and then you say this, and then I didn't. Never set right with me.
There was a naturalness to the show we did because I made it very natural. We didn't set anything up. I went in the morning. We didn't know what direction we were going.
Very true.
But we took it where it took us. And I think that's the reason the show was popular and loved by so many people, is because they felt the same way. They felt like, look at me, my picture's stuttering. Not anymore. Okay.
Is that what they call it, stuttering?
That's what I call it. Yeah. Anyway, what was I going to say?
Ooga.
What did I say?
You were talking just working well with comedians, and you never liked that type of morning show too, where they had wacky voices.
Well, no, we never planned anything that was going to happen.
No.
I like things to just, I had enough confidence in myself that I knew that there was something that I think it was Steve Allen said. Steve Allen was very good this way, too. He felt the same way about comics. You're here to work for me today and make this show good, and you're not going to be here tomorrow, but I am.
Yeah.
And he said that he always believed that he should never try and top the comic. Never try and top the guest. Which, Steve Allen was not one of my favorites, but he was right. He was absolutely right.
Yeah, and we had him on, remember?
Yeah, well, that's when he told me that.
Okay, because but the toupee, why are these rich guys have such horrible toupees? I mean,
do you remember my horrible toupee?
No, I don't. Well, no, I take it back. I think I've seen pictures of it, but I wasn't. I
figured, why not? Okay,
yeah.
I got a lot of fuck you money anyway, so why not buy a toupee?
Yeah, but you didn't try to pull it off. I mean, you didn't try to pull it on people. You were upfront about the fact that it was a toupee.
Yeah. Oh, right. But the thing is that I got this toupee, and he was going to make two of them for me. He never got around to making the second one. And I put on the toupee, and I did not feel comfortable with that.
Well, it would feel like, a wet towel, I would think, sitting on your head.
It felt like, you know what it felt like? A wig. That's the problem. It felt like a wig.
Yeah. Just like something that shouldn't
be
there.
I bought it, and I used it on one of my TV specials.
Yeah, I know the TV you did for...
Channel 44.
Yeah.
Channel... KBHK. Channel 4, but Channel 12 on most cable. I can't remember what. But anyway, we were Channel 44. And I did the show, and the closing part of it, I was playing a bartender. And so I decided I'd wear the hairpiece. And so I do have a video record of that hairpiece.
Yes. Is it on YouTube?
I think I put it on YouTube, yeah. If you go somewhere, I've got the Alex Bennett comedy special. Yeah.
I can see that because it's been so many years.
Yeah.
For singing by Wyatt Earp's grave.
Yeah, well, that one I have, and I have also the second comedy special, but I don't have the first one. I can't find it anywhere. I'm hoping somebody might have it out there because a lot of people,
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I remember that we were singing by Wyatt Earp's grave. That was the worst. I often said that's the worst television special ever done. It was horrible.
Well, you got an Emmy for it, didn't you?
No.
A local Emmy?
No, I got an Emmy for
coverage of the Beta Breakers.
Beta Breakers, and then I got an Emmy for what did I do? Log On TV, which was a weekly show about tech.
Okay.
And I did these pieces, and those pieces won the Emmy. So that's the one that was not a cumulative Emmy. Like the other one was just a whole bunch of us got Emmys.
Okay.
The sports Emmy I have.
Yeah.
which I
Go
always joke about.
It is the most ironic.
What a terrible idea that was. But anyway, it was the worst, I think the worst special ever. There were moments where it was good. There were moments where I discovered what I could do to make a piece really work. And that's when I went to Log On TV, and those pieces were kind of based on what I learned from doing a show that was that bad. Yeah.
But I remember it was fun to make, and we had a clothing credit from American Rag.
Yes, you're right. We did.
So,
We did. I got everybody clothing credit, and we it was fun to do, but it was
it was fun to do.
If you look at the show, it's horrible. It's just horrible. It's the low point of my career. Yeah.
Well, you can send it to me, and I will watch it with what's the word? With
bated
objective
breath.
eyes.
With an objective eye. Yeah, well, maybe I can put it. Maybe I have it somewhere online so you can see it. But if you don't, I'll figure out something to do. But anyway,
We'll conjure it.
yeah. I mean, we did the thing with Chuck Farnham in the gym, piece there, and then we did something at a computer store with John Dvorak. And playing the guy who's running the store.
Yeah, because he's in my phone, and it pops up every once in a while. I go, I know that guy, but I don't know.
He was a tech writer.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought
very
it was
good one. Very good one.
one of the newspapers.
Yeah, and then we had my actual woman who was my trainer play my trainer in it, but as a Nazi, in a big Ilsa She-Wolf of the SS outfit. And that should have been funny, but it wasn't. It just didn't work. So, and then I had another guy producing it, and he did a terrible job.
Yeah.
And it was destined to not be any good. And it is so bad. It's so bad. If you want to watch it, it's interesting.
Yeah. See, that would be as an artifact.
As an artifact, yeah. So how are you doing down there in Florida?
Just jazzed and getting ready to go on this cruise, and also getting ready to do this thing in San Francisco.
She's doing a cruise, which is what, 3 months? You say
3 months in South America.
You're not going to last it. You're not going to last it.
That's my thought. I said, Ricky, let's go maybe a month and a half max, because I like my home. And you can, I think, OD on things. You can become obsessive about.
Why does he want to do 3 months? I guess because you had to cancel one when you got sick.
Yeah.
So he wants to double up on it.
Okay, and Rick will not leave money on the table. If he's got a credit for something, even if if he had a kayaking credit to go and it was a freezing blizzard, he would go rather than lose that credit.
Well, I just got word from the insurance company that they're finally going to pay me off for my
for your inheritance.
Well, actually, and it should be like $12,000, but what it was is the money was almost $6,000 for me, and then I looked. But they're also paying Marjorie $6,000, so they took the money and split it up.
Oh, okay.
So we're getting $12,000 back.
From your cruise that you had to cancel.
Yeah. So I didn't lose any money on it. And United gave me full credit to use on another flight.
Great.
So we're in good shape.
You're rocking.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. Always good that we travel so much that we always have the travel insurance.
Well, you got to have it.
You gotta. Yeah, you never know what's going to come up.
Well, I mean, if I didn't have it, I would have been out. What, $12,000?
Yeah, a lot of.
Yeah, but anyway, so so you're going for like, oh God, 3 months, and for 3 months I'm going to have to run reruns of Lori Thompson.
Yeah, well, we're going to try to do one from the ship.
Well, we're going to try and do them. From wherever you are.
Yeah.
And it could be that if you're not on the ship, but you're, somewhere walking around or something,
all those cities have Wi-Fi, so that would be. You'll get us in a McDonald's in Venezuela.
Actually, it doesn't take much computing power to do what we're doing right now. If
Yeah,
I
well,
had like 6 people here, 12 people here, it takes more computing power every time you have another person on. But we might be able to do this from wherever you are. So we should test it out the month that you're going to be there before you come to San Francisco.
Okay.
So we can see if it works,
Good idea. Very good idea. Because, I'm leaving from Barbados on this cruise. I'll be on the cruise from Barbados. I'll get off the cruise and then fly back here to Florida. And then I'll have like 10 days. And so I can get my nails done and get my hair cut.
Oh, before the boat shows up with you?
Before no, just for the thing in San Francisco.
Oh, this thing in San Francisco. Okay.
Yeah. We've gotten to the point where I don't dress up for the cruise anymore. I mean,
Well,
I take a pair of shorts.
You're getting a little chunk of money for traveling, so hopefully it'll repay some of those expenses. But I'm sure not all, because you're coming from where? Barbados or something?
Barbados, and then we'll do the show to a sold out house of appreciative fans.
Yeah.
And then I'll fly back the day after to Sao Paulo, to Brazil.
To Brazil, where you will meet the boat, and then be on that boat for another 2 months, I guess.
No, yeah, but at least I got to break it up. So that's a blessing.
Well, we can film one of these while we're in San Francisco too. I'll just put up my my iPhone and we'll do it.
Okay, that'd be cool. That'd be great. And the other thing, man, but this cruise, did you have to get a bunch of vaccinations?
No.
Oh, we had to get yellow fever yesterday, and it's
it used to be
$250.
when you went to Europe, you had to have all these vaccinations, but they stopped that.
Yeah, well, we've had to have several. But, yellow fever is the one that stands out. And it's not a hassle, but it's $250 a pop, and that's not included in your cruise. You have to get that before you go.
Can you health insurance take care of that? No.
That's what I wondered.
It should.
Yeah,
It should.
I'll mention it to my accountant, my husband, because if he will try that.
Yeah. So you have to get. Boy, I didn't realize they still made you get things.
Yellow fever. I mean, how jungle is that?
That's real jungle. That's as jungle as you can get.
In the Amazon forest, we are going to go there. So.
So then you're coming to San Francisco, and then right after the thing's over, like on Sunday, you're getting back on a plane and going back to meeting the boat.
Yeah, I feel like those old commercials with O.J. Simpson running.
Your husband is so forgiving on this deal,
Well, because I wouldn't have gone on the cruise otherwise. He didn't want to hear that. I said, I want to do this thing with Alex in San Francisco, and I wasn't going to go on the first half of the cruise, but we just a compromise because marriage is coming.
Well, yeah, of course. But he's still being a good guy about this, so that's really nice. Yeah,
he is. He's a good guy in general.
Yeah, I like him. I've met him. He's a good guy.
Yeah, I know. We'll come visit you again when we're in New York because that was fun. I love seeing you guys, and your home is beautiful.
Well,
I walk into a more genteel era.
Yeah. Well, the foyer now, it has Marjorie's dumbbells and things like that. It looks like a gym, but anyway.
Well, that's good. If you want to drop and give you 50.
Yeah, but I mean, it's going to be fun. The one thing that suddenly occurred to me the other day. So we walk out on that stage and we look at that audience. They're all 27 years older.
27 years older.
Yeah.
I was thinking we had
they're 27 years older because when they left us last, it was 27 years ago. So even if they were, 20, they're now 47.
Well, I'm wondering if we'll recognize people that we see.
A lot of regulars are coming. A lot of the regulars are coming. I've had some letters, emails from them about, I just got my tickets and so on. I got a lot of ex-girlfriends coming to see it. Hey. Why am I bringing Marjorie along?
You'll be like fishing in a barrel.
Yeah, well, that part of my psyche doesn't work that well anymore. So I'm a very loyal husband.
Yes,
You
and
know.
that I think that is so great, having known you through your taste tester.
Well, there was a time when I couldn't keep it in my pants.
Yes,
And now I'm at a time where I can't find it in my pants.
Going, I know you're here. I guess
This is
you're
all the
for-
material, folks, you're going to hear on stage when we first go out there, you know. But anyway, it'll be fun. It'll be, you know, I have certain fears about it. And the fear
What-
is that there's going to be an expectation,
Yeah.
and I don't know if we can live up to that expectation.
Well,
you know,
we just, I think that our banter has endured,
yeah,
and and our comfort has grown.
yeah.
And so that's, those are two
But
things.
still, I haven't been on a stage in I'd say 27 years. You know,
Yeah.
So
You want to wear my high heels? Would
I'll
that make it easier?
probably do that. Anyway, we've run over considerably, and I don't care because I love talking with you. I could talk with you for hours and hours, and actually, when we're through here, we usually wind up talking for another 20 minutes.
Right.
You know. So.
Because we're that
Anyway.
darn interesting.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that's Lori Thompson, and we won't see her next week because next week we're going to be on Christmas vacation.
Oh, and you mean now, do you have a special Hebrew pass that you use to celebrate Christmas?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
It's a dispensation from. Well, we don't have a pope. Who do we have?
Yeah, I was going to ask if there's a Jewish
It's a
equivalent.
dispensation from Mel Brooks.
Okay.
Okay.
That's great.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lori Thompson. Thank you, Lori.
My pleasure.
Bye-bye.
Now, in its 11th year, this is GabNet. Talk like you've never heard it before.
And that was a wonderful Lori Thompson, and we're going to do about 3 or 4 things with her because she's going to be gone for 2 months after we're out in California. So anyway, but we love her just to death. Anyway, let me see. There are a lot of people waiting to come on tonight, so we may as well get to them. Although I am a bit on the exhausted side, but I don't care. Anyway, let's go here. I will admit all, and here they come, folks. There's Charlie Wallace, and there's Jeff, and there's Alan, and there is Brian Neary. Hello, Brian. How are you? Yeah, good. And who else is down here? Kevin.
Kevin.
I don't know. He's
Kevin's roof.
yeah. Who knows what that is with Kevin? Put yourself in the center of your picture. There you go, Jeff. Good. Oh, here he comes. He's in Oregon. You know, he's
Earthquake in Oregon.
He's still getting everything back together again.
Whoa.
You know. Oh,
Who's Kevin?
okay.
Let
me-
After these, Kevin. Out of order.
There's
It kinda
Kevin.
looks like Santa Claus.
Well, he does.
Hello?
He is very naturally a Santa Claus.
Yes, yes.
Oh, shit. Wait a minute. Bear with me a second. There we go.
Okay, there we go. We're getting there. We're getting there. Just
My camera fell back behind the computer onto the floor, and I didn't realize it.
Alex has fell back like that. He'd never find it.
Wires everywhere.
no, I just wouldn't notice it. You know. So anyway, hello everybody. How are you? What's happening?
Good,
What's
good.
new? I went to the doctor yesterday for my leukemia checkup. I do every 6 months.
You still have it.
Oh, I still have it, but some of the numbers have gotten better.
Good.
You know, like my white blood cell count is down a bit, which is good. And my platelet count is up a bit, which is good. And pretty much overall, my doctor said, you're in good shape, you're fine. You know, don't worry about it. Come back and see me in 6 months. So he sees me every 6 months. I go in to see him, and they draw the blood. And you know something? They drew the blood this time, and God, she did a great job. You cannot
She
see.
found it.
Yeah.
Look, you can't see it.
Yeah.
You
Seems
can't
to
see
beat
it.
you up.
What? Well, let me see yours. Oh, well, they didn't do such a good job on you, did they, Jeff? Let's see.
Let's see. Can you see it?
No, you got to turn it a little bit and we'll see it. Oh, God.
Oh, Jeff.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Well, you know what they
Yeah,
do
you gotta
now? What they do
serious.
now, they are smart about it. And what they do is they put once they do it, they put a little piece of cotton on there and push on it, and then they take a tourniquet and put it around here so that it pushes down on the place where they drew the blood, and that kind of inhibits it getting black and blue. So this woman did it beautifully. It didn't have any black and blue at all.
Yeah, it's just blood under the skin.
Yeah, I know, but
Gets rid of, but with Jeff though, it looks like he was trying to find out if a fan was working and stuck his hand into the blade.
well, it looks like they were trying to beat him up,
Yeah.
But,
Well, it didn't bother me, and then I forgot about it. And then while you were talking about it, I said, "Oh, let me see if I got it still on there."
yeah. When did you do that though? When did they?
This morning.
Oh, this morning. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one
And,
of
Yeah, we're at the age where the doctors like to see you every month, or every 3 months, or every
Somebody
5
has to
months,
see
or
me.
what?
Somebody has to see me
Yep.
several times.
Well, there's certain
month.
doctors I wish would see me more often, only because I'd like them to make the money, because I like them, and then there are others that, fuck them,
You like the urologist a lot, don't you?
I really do like the urologist. No, not because of that. He just happens to be a very competent guy, very nice, and he, I think, saved my life, actually, to be honest with you. So,
My cholesterol spiked up a little bit.
Did it really?
Yeah, all of a sudden, I don't know why. Because I'm really really good at vegetables and fruit and Adrian, I'm talking.
We can't hear her anyway.
Good. So now they have me on. Okay, awesome. Thanks. Okay. So they have me on atrovastinum.
Yeah, well, statin is the last part of it.
That and
Yeah, statin.
And there are all
Yeah,
these
statin.
different ones, but they're all pretty much the same. They're all statins, right?
Yeah, so he asked me if I wanted to be on this for until I have my next one, 6 months. He wants me to check again. And I said, yeah, take it because I don't want to die and then find out that I should have taken this. So, so just 20 milligrams. And then I'm still on the other one, the 5 milligrams of the lisprinol, whatever.
Lisprinol.
Yeah, for my...
Well, the thing is that
because my father died of a heart attack when he was 57, my real father. So that's the only bad thing, and that's like the health thing in my family. So he's just really concerned about it. So I said, okay, give me it, and then test again. So
I talked to some doctor who said that if he were raising a child today, he would put him on a statin at a very young age and just have him have statins all his life. That they don't hurt anything and they only prevent stuff from happening.
Okay.
So I'm all for that.
Yeah, so the statin you're on, the name brand is Lipitor.
Fucking Linda.
Yeah.
It's very common, 20 milligrams. I was on it for 10 years.
Is that? By the way, Tony?
It's like crazy.
Tony, is that a haircut or an accident?
Actually, I'm actually auditioning for a role. I actually got all my hair off. I just was getting so curly. I figured I'd go for the Alan's asshole look. So I figured it'd be like this. So little peach fuzz.
Yeah. Well, you're balding. You're look at you.
That's right. I did your Alex. You know what I figured? I had the receding thing going, right? And I said, you know what? Just get rid of it for now. Guy says, are you sure? I said, what does it matter? It'll grow back. So I didn't care.
Yeah. What will grow back will grow back, and what doesn't grow back won't grow back. And the hell with it.
But you know what was happening, Alex? My hair, when it gets curly now, when I come out of the shower, if I work out or if I, at the gym, at night when it gets curly, he was starting to itch because he was like gets like in little pockets. I was like, I get it, sure. My brother came home. He says, "What are you going for radiation again?" I said, "No, I just got a buzz cut.
Well,
I had my hat on."
I keep saying, why do you care about losing your hair anyway?
I don't care.
No, it's because you're not going to get laid anyway.
Exactly. So I figured, how much for? I heard you in the beginning of the other show. I can't find it anymore.
I said, you know, it can't. I used to be, I couldn't keep it down. Oh, hello.
Now you can't find it. I was like,
wait a minute. We have children in the room here, and we can't talk adult dirty talk around her.
Sorry about that.
What's that? Is that
She
what?
went trick or treating a couple months late.
No, I'm saying, is that what was left
candy.
over from trick or treating?
No.
Oh, if you were by my house, I gave all the candy to the lady upstairs.
Yeah.
Today we have gingerbread houses at school, so I got some candy.
They had to demolish the house.
I have free candy, Fruit Loops, M&Ms, icing, graham crackers, some pretzels.
We have to hear everything.
You're putting everyone to sleep.
Oh,
Who said you
hi.
could eat all that stuff? Oh my god. Oh my god. You're not sleeping tonight. Okay. Bye.
I'm sorry.
Okay, bye. Bye.
Good night.
Yeah, 6, 7.
Yeah, I don't want to.
I don't want to start her on that, you know.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Republicans have just learned what it means too.
Okay.
Did you watch that, Alex?
What? Did I watch that? You
He
mean?
lied so much. I was yelling at the TV with my brother here.
Well, you know, the guy lies constantly. You know, but the thing is, and where he's really stupid here, is that he doesn't understand that he can lie as much as he wants to, but when people go to the store and it's more expensive than it was, they know he's lying. You know, it's not something he feels he can lie about it, but he really can't. It's gotten to a point where there are certain definite things about the economy and so on and so forth, where you go to a store and it's more expensive than it used to be. I mean,
It's all Biden's fault.
you know, I
That's
counted
what-
the number
that's
of
what Phil
times he
says.
mentioned Biden
How many
tonight.
times?
7 times.
That's
And
what
then,
Phil said.
then a lot of times he would say the previous administration, but I didn't count those. I just, every time he ever said
Yeah.
Biden.
Don't you love what he put out on Rob Reiner?
Well, that, you know, that was unconscionable.
I couldn't even
You know.
believe what I was reading.
I couldn't believe it either.
Yeah.
How did you ever vote for this guy, Alan? I don't know how they did this.
Alan didn't
for him.
vote for him.
And then you shaved off more than your hair, obviously. Jeez,
I mean, it must have
memory.
knocked off your brain.
He voted for him the first time.
The first time he voted for him.
Oh.
Yeah, still no excuse. Hold him accountable, Tony.
You know, I mean, it was amazing, the whole thing tonight. It was just so much a lie.
Somalians. The Somalians.
Well, it would be.
Now the illegal aliens are buying houses. First they're not working. Now they're buying the homes. Which one is it? I mean, pick one. I'm saying to myself, which one is it?
Yeah. No,
And then
it
he's
was,
giving $1,776 in honor of the. Oh my
The
God.
veterans,
This
yeah.
guy's
the
an idiot.
I'm still waiting for the Doge check.
yeah. Well, wait a minute. I'm a veteran. Am I going to get one?
You should be getting $1,776. The bicentennial. This guy is a fuck. You know what? We got.
They
You know what
always
happened?
give
The
the
guy had
money to
bad
the
aim
people
a
that
year
don't
ago.
need it.
Fucking asshole. This guy.
Well, you know, he lives in a dream world because where does he think that money's going to help? Like when he says he's going to start sending you some money to take care of your health insurance. We're going to give everybody $1,000 for health insurance. Wait a minute. What world do you live in, mister? Where you can buy, if you tell me where I can buy health insurance for a year for $1,000, sign me up.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. What a douchebag.
Just amazing. Just
So
amazing.
you know this Rob Reiner thing. I posted it off of the news and I sent it to Phil.
Mhm.
And Phil says that he didn't say that. It's all AI.
Oh, he's
It's all AI. He admitted to saying it, and he doubled down on it.
And the White House took it and posted it on their thing.
And then we were talking about how the economy's getting bad and stuff. And he wants to blame that, of course, on the prior administration. But he says, I can't believe it. Me and my girlfriend, we went into the store and paid $156 for a roast. If that isn't inflation, Phil, and that didn't happen a year ago, who do you have to blame?
Well, I mean, it
amazes me the things he comes up with.
Well, the idea that it was AI about that whole thing with Reiner. No, that was on his social media or whatever his thing is.
Right.
Trump's
The
social.
White House took that too, whatever.
Yeah.
And you see he's hanging photos of the presidents making in the thing.
No, but now
and he's making little comments about
making comments about him too. Biden was.
Oh my God! With all the Humpty Punkle.
Yeah, Biden was a douche. Plaque.
He called him
plaques.
Yeah.
It's fucking
underneath each one.
I don't know.
What's the amendment? The 25th Amendment that we can get rid of him if Congress voted for it?
No, I don't think so. I don't think we can get rid of him that easy.
What? There's an amendment where if he goes nuts,
there is an amendment where if he goes nuts and is incapacitated, that you can replace him. But that's not.
Cabinet's got to do it. If they don't do it, he can't be kicked out.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, his doctor's going to say he's the healthiest man in the world. So
no, he is the healthiest man in the world.
He looks like shit doing that.
6'4", 230 pounds.
Well, as I say, I went to my doctor yesterday, and he looked at everything for me, and he says I'm fine. He says I've no sign of it becoming a problem yet. So, whatever.
Is that the blood, Alex? Your blood work?
Yeah, I get the blood work, and then he looks at it. He's a hematologist, and an oncologist, and he looks at the blood work, and he says, "Hey, it's better this time than it was last time." So he says, all your vitals look fine.
You're healthy, Alex, and you got your mind too.
Come back in 6 months. Well, I don't feel healthy.
Well, I mean that's just age.
But I didn't feel healthy when I was 40, so ask Brian. He used to listen to me on the radio. There hasn't been a time in my life where I felt I was well.
Yeah, I agree.
Cocaine will do that to you, Alex.
I never did.
The cocaine would help a lot, I would say.
Yeah.
You know what? I was going to ask you a question, you guys. The only time I did drugs, Alex, was when I went for the the radiation. They have to put the markers in you. So my brother says, "Can you give him like a pill to take the edge off?" Because I get nervous. They gave me a pill, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the nurses take it, and then you can go back outside and talk to your brother. Alex, in a half hour, I was like, I didn't care because I was up for it. I was talking Yankee baseball with this guy, like the doctor, and they put you in the room. They have your legs out, they have to mark you with the tattoos.
Oh yeah, I had that where they had marked me with the tattoos.
Yeah, Alex, that was the first time I ever took I guess whatever it would be take the edge off. I can see why people like taking that because it's like I didn't really.
You found out why people like drugs?
Exactly. I said, my God, my brother's right.
Just wait until you have sex. You'll find out why people like that too.
It was like my brother's like, can you be honest? No, we only gave him one pill, so it'll wear off a little bit.
You gotta put Tony in the show.
Yeah.
What's that?
Wow. But so anyway, I guess I'm okay. It was good. It was not bad. So,
Well, it's under control, which is good, Alex. No, it's not getting worse.
Well, yeah. He always says to me, he says to me all the time, because he knows me, but he doesn't know me. There's so many people that go through his office every year that I'm sure that when he sees me, he goes, "Oh yeah, this guy," But he can't remember exactly what he told me the last time. So he looks at my charts and he says, "Oh, this one's better than that one," and so on and so forth. And every time I've been there, from the very beginning, he says, "Well, if it ever gets bad, we can solve the whole problem with one little pill."
There you go.
Well, he's said that about 5 times now. I've been to him about 5 times, and he's said that about 5 times. Yeah, little pill, you know.
Sure.
I go, oh, it's nice. This time I said to him, that little pill you keep mentioning,
Yeah.
how much does that little pill cost?
What'd he say?
And he said, well, without insurance, about $3,000 a month.
Oh,
But it'll be 600% less, so they'll pay you to take it.
yeah.
Right.
Well,
Oh, yes. That tonight, if he goes with 500% more,
Yeah.
600% more. What
I
is
will.
600% more? You're only 100% more. Then you're down to zero.
Yeah.
I heard him say
By the
1,000%.
way, ask Phil about that one.
Yeah.
Okay. You
I
know,
heard him say. I actually heard him
That was
say
AI too.
1,000% at one point.
1,000%. Yeah. We're gonna save you 1,000%.
How is this possible?
You know, you're gonna send me tons of money. You
I'm
know.
still waiting for any type of. Just send us anything with all the tariffs are making so much money. It's making him money because all he does with the tariffs, I figured it out. He goes to the countries, he threatens them. Then they probably give him something behind closed doors to get him off their back somehow.
That could be.
The sons are in crypto making money.
Like an airplane?
I wouldn't.
Well, that's a gift.
I wouldn't put it beyond him. Okay. Yes.
I think it's stock market manipulation. He tells all his rich buddies, sell Apple. I'm going to make a bad announcement. I'm going to
Well, he
charge
drove it down
Apple.
the first 2 months.
And then he makes his announcement. Apple plunges $50 a share or whatever. And then he tells all his buddies, okay, now I've settled my problems with Apple. I'm going to announce it tomorrow. Buy Apple. And he does that with several countries and companies and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's manipulating the stock market.
Well, I think he could very well be doing that. Yeah. But, you know, it doesn't matter. Like, oh, tomorrow I'm going to get behind Paramount on the sale of whatever, you know.
He doesn't even know what Paramount is.
Although that's over with now. It's pretty much what is it? Netflix is. Who do you call it? Netflix is going to buy it. You know, because Warner's, Time Warner, or whatever, Warner, I guess it is. I don't know. Warner Discovery.
Warner Communications.
Warner Communications, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Has said they are telling their stockholders, we want you to go with the Netflix.
Yeah, they're telling them the Netflix is a better deal than Paramount.
Yeah, well, it is overall.
And if you're a stockholder, you're going to vote that way.
Well, the other thing is that the money, but what do you call it? Kushner dropped out, of the whole deal. So, but for a while there, the money was going to be Saudi money, and that didn't rest well with the people over at.
I don't know. The guy that owns Paramount is kind of a wacko. He's here in the Bay Area.
Yeah, well, I mean, of the two companies, the one that's going to have that's going to care most about what they're buying, is going to be Netflix. Because they care about movies, they care about the history of films, they care about all of that.
Yes.
The owners of Paramount, which happens to be, what's his name?
Larry Ellison.
Larry Ellison and his son, Doofus Ellison. They don't care about movies. They have no sense of history or anything like that. And that's a library you want to protect and you want to,
He started and owns Oracle, the database.
Yeah.
Here in the Bay Area.
And he's a major asshole, by the way.
Oh, absolutely.
Known to be a major asshole.
Downtown San Jose, the airport's supposed to shut at 10.
That's what I was just going to
noise
say.
abatement because you're flying over houses. And he wants to fly his jet at whatever hour he wants because he leaves it at San Jose Airport. So a year or two ago, he sued the city so he could fly his jet in and out, his private jet, whenever he wants, noise level or not.
Yeah, he'll pay the fee. He'll pay the penalty or whatever.
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you about a problem I got here. There is a 116th Street. There's a lot of stores and things on it, and right opposite our building is a restaurant. I don't know whether it's Greek or what. I can't tell by the name. And what it has is they took some strip lighting and put it around the front door, and then it strobes. It goes like this, right? So that when people are walking by, they're going to go, oh, I've got to go in there. I can't miss this place. Well, the thing is that they used to turn the thing off at like midnight or so. But now they don't. And my whole bedroom is like this strobe light.
Wait a minute.
Remember
this store is 8 floors up like you are?
No. But
the lights are that bright?
They're that bright that I can see them on the ceiling of my apartment.
Remember the Seinfeld episode? With
Yeah, well, I was thinking of that just today with Kenny Rogers. But I called them today and I said, would you please, turn off your lights at midnight or whenever, whenever you're not doing business anymore, turn the lights off. You don't need them, right? Well, I think they're still on tonight. Even though I asked them, I called them and asked them very politely. Now what I'm thinking of doing is I'm thinking of getting a hold of the city and complaining that these flashing lights could be a problem for epileptics.
Absolutely.
Call 311. Just place a complaint. Say it's on.
That it could be a problem for epileptics. Because if an epileptic stood in front of that place, that's it. He's going crazy. He's going nuts.
It's disorienting.
This guy's light right here. At nighttime, it's so dark and nothing's bright, and it shines up in my bedroom.
Oh, I had a thing right across.
Neighbor, that's a neighbor.
Right across to the on another building.
Brian.
No, but I had another building over here that for a while they had a light that they turned on every night that was literally blaring into our apartment. And finally, I found out who I could call, and I called them and I said, "Would you turn off that light because it's just blasting in my window?" And they were very nice. They turned it off every night.
How far away is that light from you, Brian, in feet?
It's in the backyard of somebody else, but see, I don't have my trees up yet. I haven't landscaped my backyard, so I'm putting palm trees there. I should block it.
Okay.
If not, I'll get a BB gun.
Absolutely, get a BB gun. It doesn't leave any mark on it on the BB. It's hard to tell where it came from. That's quiet.
Well, I'm going to call those people again if it's not taken care of tonight, and see if they will take care of it tomorrow night. And if they don't, I'm going to call the city and I'm going to complain that this light is a kind of light that could cause disastrous problems to an epileptic, which it could.
Especially one that's driving by looking for tacos in the middle of the night.
Exactly. But, I just hope they will be good neighbors. Or am I just sounding like an old man complaining about something?
Well, I'm telling you,
I think it's legitimate. Yeah. It's like somebody that plays their stereo loud at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
When most people are sleeping. That sounds legitimate.
Yeah, I think it's legitimate. I think it's legitimate to say that those lights, I could force them to get the lights turned off all the time. Because
you have a patio out there? I can come out there with my 22
I just don't know how they think that having these flashing lights is going to make people want to come into their restaurant. It's one of these things where you got like Christmas lights. They're better than Christmas lights. There's some kind of industrial lights that go around the rim of the window and the door and then the other window, and then they're flashing, they're strobing.
Jeff, why don't you go over there with a pair of diagonal cutters and cut the wire for them?
Well, the wire's, I think, in the inside. I thought about that.
That'd be a good one.
You got to get the rubberized grips because you could get a shot.
Yeah, I know. Don't worry. I've got all that. I know all that. Okay. But anyway.
Have Kevin go over there and sit in front of their store for a couple of days. That ought to
send me over. I'll talk so much they'll go out of business. I'll drive everybody out of the place.
But anyways,
give their phone number. Give their phone number to Tony, and he'll message them all day.
Yeah,
I'll place orders for pickup, and nobody will be there picking them up.
Now, let me just mention also that we're going to be off starting next week. We're going to be off all week long and the week afterwards.
Including the Monday show?
No, I'll probably still do the Monday show. I don't know why. I just feel I have to do the Monday show.
What about tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night I'll be here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nobody else will be, but you will be.
I'll be here. And let's see here. That's tomorrow night.
Is it tomorrow night? Is tomorrow night your birthday?
Yeah.
No.
It could be.
Okay.
I'll tell you the reason why I don't like to make a big deal out of my birthday
Yes,
anymore.
it is.
Because I have a Facebook page.
Oh, it comes up.
And everybody in the world, my nose is dripping because it's cold. That's all the cocaine I'm doing.
I'll send you a heater.
Anyway, no, you don't need to send me a heater. I've got a heater.
You want it? I was going to send you something.
I hated buying the cheap cocaine because it came, the way they made it look bulky, they put fiberglass in it. So
Yeah, the fiberglass is not good. Anyway, so
I was going to send you a book on the Depression, Alex.
what?
I was going to send you a book on the Great Depression. It got like rave reviews a while ago.
Oh, really? Oh, that book that guy wrote. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, I was going to send you a copy.
Nah.
No? Okay.
I don't want to get more depressed than I already am. Come
I
on.
thought you liked that era. I kind of like the documentary.
What's more depressing than the depression? You know.
Trump.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. You were going to say?
Trump is more depressing.
No.
Nobody can be that.
Alex was saying the reason why he doesn't make a big deal of his birthday is because on Facebook, everybody knows.
Oh, and so what happens is, well, you know what happens. I get all these birthday greetings. I get like 400 of them, 500 of them. And I'm sorry, I don't want them all there,
But isn't it nice that people remember?
Well, it's nice, but it's not nice, okay? Because you know that out of the maybe 500 who wish me happy birthday, only 100 of them actually know who I am.
Right.
The rest of them get a thing from Facebook saying, today's Alex's birthday. Would you like to wish him a happy birthday?
He's right about that.
And that's how it all gets filled up on my Facebook.
There's only,
have to hit it.
and of those 5,000,
Go ahead, Brian.
of those 5,000, there's only 20 that listen to the program.
You're being generous. So
what?
My birthday is exactly 10 days after yours on the 28th.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good.
So you're 10 days older than me. And a few years.
Yeah. Well, this is getting to be, I'm getting old.
Yeah. You seem pretty healthy for your age. Your mind is together. You're able to talk.
Remember you said it's all a state of mind. My mother used to say age.
Age is a state of mind.
Then she couldn't get out of bed anymore, though. Then it was like,
after a while, it ceases being a state of mind, and it's just a state of being. I mean, like
Bill Belichick says.
Huh?
So Bill Belichick says.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I started watching some of that thing, 2 hours long, and the first hour they kept repeating the same stuff. They kept repeating the same pictures.
What was
like
this?
Nothing
A thing about Bill Belichick?
Yeah, and his 20-something year old girlfriend.
Well, wait a minute. Where was it? On Netflix or where?
Vice TV or ESPN Vice. Yeah,
Vice. Oh, Vice. Oh, God.
Yeah. And it just kept repeating the same things. They kept showing the same pictures, and it was stupid. So I didn't watch it.
Oh, leave them alone. They're both consenting adults.
Yeah, I know. It's like he ruined his life. He went to this. He was the biggest court. Oh my God, just over and over the same thing.
Well, I don't think that the fact that he has a girlfriend who's 13. How old is she?
She's 27 and he's 77.
Yeah, that should not in any way diminish his abilities and his place in sports history. Okay,
No,
Right.
but it will, because
When he
people get this attitude about it.
Jesus Christ.
Well, when he dies, she'll be wealthy.
All the guys are just jealous. I am.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, you don't know how much money she's going to get. He may in the end say, "I'd rather my kids get the money than her."
Oh, yeah, I would.
He's
My next-
73. I just looked.
Whatever she wants to do or he wants to do, he can change his mind
Yeah, but I mean,
month by month.
I don't think that should diminish his abilities at what he did. Okay, and I'm not a big sports fan, so I don't even know who Bill Belichick is.
I couldn't stand the Giants.
But I don't think that should define him. Okay.
Basketball player.
Yeah. Yeah, the fact that he got goofy in his old age, a lot of guys get goofy in their old age.
Yeah, we
I mean, I see a lot of these guys, like Dick Van Dyke. I think his wife is like in her 50s or something.
Yeah.
He's got to be. Does it make him feel vibrant? Like maybe they feel young again, though. Maybe Would you date a woman half your age, Alex? Then?
Not at this point. No. To begin with, Marjorie would kill me.
Oh,
and also, even if I didn't have Marjorie around, I think it would look bad. It would have a bad. It would have a bad look to it.
Don't care how it looks. How do you feel?
Yeah, how do you feel?
Well,
she threw herself out.
Quite frankly, I would always be suspicious of any woman, say half my age, who became interested in me at this age, because I think she was in it for something. I wouldn't trust it.
She wants your record collection.
Yes, she wants my record collection. But no, I mean, would you, Alan? Would you trust somebody who was half your age and
Hell no, that would make him 7. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, I was going with a woman who was half my age at one point, but I was 40 at the time.
Right.
Okay, and she was like 21, 22.
She made you miserable, though, I remember.
Yeah, she made me miserable, yeah.
You were always depressed when you were going out with her.
Yeah, I was always depressed when I went out with her, and it was a wonderful thing.
Very good.
Well, do you remember when Arthur Miller, he was in his 80s, he married his nurse, who was, I think, in her 30s?
Arthur Miller? Wasn't he? He was married to Marilyn Monroe at one point.
Yeah, but later in life, when he was in his 80s, he married his nurse.
Oh.
And she was in her 30s, and when he died, she got all his money, and the daughter tried to sue for the money.
Well, that becomes a problem. Because a lot of times you don't trust why that woman is sticking around. I mean, if you're in your 20s and he's in his 80s, you gotta just question whether anything is right there.
Well, that's what the daughter. He was born in Harlem, Alex, where you live.
Huh?
He was born in Harlem, New York. I've just googled him.
Who?
Arthur
Miller was born. Very interesting. Yeah.
I met him once. I talked to him for about 10 minutes.
Marilyn Monroe.
Wait a minute. You talked to him for about 10 minutes? Good.
Yeah, I did. I stood in line to get his autograph, and I was the last person in line, and everyone else was gone. And it was in a gym at San Jose State, and it was just he and I. And we just sat there and talked about his plays and the Yankees.
That must have been a thrill. As an actor, that must have been a thrill for you.
I'll never forget it. I still have the play he signed for me, and I put it in one of those preserved plastic bags.
Nice.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, Arthur Miller. He was married to Marilyn Monroe at one point, and in fact wrote the Misfits for her.
Yeah, I'm just reading this. Wow, yeah.
And After the Fall, the play After the Fall was about their relationship.
Oh, really? I didn't realize that. Yeah. Was that done after she died? After the Fall?
I think so. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, most people here don't know when we say Arthur Miller who we're talking about. But
oh my God,
but we're old.
That's sad.
And you're old, yeah. Well, as I told Lori tonight, the thing that really gets me about doing this thing in San Francisco is that everybody in that room is going to be 27 years older than when they saw me last. And that may be a very old audience for that show. Unless
if you're happy,
Huh?
Be alive.
Well,
Yeah, there's not going to probably won't be a lot of young people at all.
No, probably not.
I would be very surprised. I'd be very surprised.
I mean, how would they know you?
They wouldn't even know who I was. I mean, let me put it this way: if they were born the day I left Live 105, which would be the last remembrance a lot of these people would have of me, even though I was still on radio in New York, in San Francisco for a while after that. They're all going to say, I had never heard of the guy, because they could be 27 right now and they never heard of the guy.
Because I was when I was going to your breakfast, Bennett's, I must have still been. I think I was still like 19 or
Yeah,
20.
something
I
like
don't think
that.
I was 21 yet. I don't think I was 21 yet.
You'd have to be there.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm like your youngest fans, I guess.
Well, you're young. Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
58.
You're 58 now. Yeah.
Yeah, so everyone's gonna be older than me.
It's going to be scary.
A lot of gray hair and bald people.
We're all going to walk in with our walkers and canes and.
And then I have a lot of ex-girlfriends who wrote me and said they bought tickets.
Oh, that's good.
No, that's not good.
Let me add them.
If you need any help, let me know.
But Charlie, but like, there's people here who might be able to.
I'll be a security. I'm gonna get a shirt made saying Alex Bennett security, and I'll just watch you.
Are you going, Charlie?
No.
Well, you know what I was thinking of doing is wearing this that I got on here with my kind of pajama pants, and my little Bombas slippers here, and just wear that on stage and say I decided why change, why put on,
last time I went to go see Elton John over at Levi Stadium, the last act of his show, he went off stage and put on his pajamas.
Really? Okay.
And he did the whole third act in his pajamas because he wanted to be ready to go to bed as soon as the show was over. It was incredible.
Oh boy. Yeah. But anyway, we really haven't talked much about Rob Reiner.
Rob Reiner.
And his wife and the terrible thing that happened. I mean, it's just it's horrible.
Vance said after Trump made his stupid statement. Vance said,
"Well, are you all aware with what Trump said about Carl Reiner?" Yeah.
Vance said that it was an accidental stabbing. Boy, this guy's got
no.
How do you accidentally stab your wife to death and then stab yourself to
No, but TMZ said that they said there were more details coming, but it was really horrific. I like slit throats and stuff.
He slit their throats.
Stab wounds. It wasn't just one.
Yeah,
it was no accident. It wasn't like Rob Reiner slipped with a kitchen knife or anything like that. There were many stab wounds.
No, his son killed them both. It wasn't Rob Reiner.
It's definitely a crime of passion. The person knew him usually when it's stabbing like that, and so his son's probably guilty.
Well, let's not do that in advance. Let's let them decide that in court.
They've already arrested him and charged him.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, just because they charged him doesn't mean he's guilty. Let me put it that way. Not in our legal system.
They probably have more evidence than we do.
Yeah. No, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do, and I don't have any doubt that he didn't do it.
Just believing that he may be the suspect isn't enough.
But I do question what dynamics went into that. I mean, the kid was always a problem. He was always a problem, and in fact, the daughter said that she was worried that he would do something like this eventually.
Oh, could you imagine the poor daughter coming in and finding that?
Well, that's the worst part.
Oh my God!
Forget about the death of these two people. The person having to find them in what is a rather grisly crime scene.
Oh my God!
It's very sad, and especially because it was a daughter.
Oh, just the most horrific thing I could think of.
What were you going to say, Kevin?
I was just going to ask, did you ever interview him?
Rob Reiner? No. I did do a show where I had all the people on from Spinal Tap.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Save one. Christopher Guest wouldn't come into the studio because he knew me from the days when we were working together on the National Lampoon Radio Dinner. And he didn't like me. So he wouldn't come in. All the rest came in. But I don't think Carl Reiner was there that day. I don't believe so. Rob Reiner, rather, was there that day.
How about Carl? Did you ever interview Carl?
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, I have interviewed very early on in my time in San Francisco when I was on KMEL, I did do Mel Brooks. You know, but no, I didn't. But I did basically all the Spinal Tap people. They were all in the studio together. You know, with Christopher, of course, sitting out in the lobby. You know. So.
Oh God, what a pill!
Yeah, well, no, you know, maybe I was a shit. I don't know, you know.
Well, you were. I mean, you were, you know, more brazen back then.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know, so what?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Well, anyway, so no, I never did Rob Reiner. Hey, I was never an incredible fan of Rob Reiner's, but when I go back and I look at his body of work, as it's been brought up in the last couple of days, I had to gasp at how extensive it was. Yep. You know, because I added to it. I went, "Oh, Stand By Me." I forgot that one. Oh. You know. And, of course, The Princess Bride we all know about, but...
A Few Good Men. Oh. A Few Good Men.
Few Good
What a
Men,
great movie.
You know.
I thought he was excellent, and you know, in All in the Family. I used to watch that.
Oh yeah, no,
he was
terrific.
so good.
He was terrific in that.
I just watched the last scene with him and Archie today when he was leaving.
Oh yeah,
go to California. Oh, what great acting he did in that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll tell you though, if you want to see something which is a very loving piece of work by Carl Reiner, it is a documentary about Albert Brooks called Defending My Life. And it turns out that Rob Reiner and Albert Brooks went to school together. Went to grade school, I think.
Right.
Yeah, but then they went to high school together, and they were friends forever. All right, and Carl Reiner did this documentary on him, where they're sitting there basically talking to each other and doing his life story, and it's such a loving thing, you know, between the two of them, and Carl said, you know, Albert Brooks is the funniest human being I've ever known. And when you go back and look at Albert Brooks's work, you gasp at that too, you know, because it's so off kilter, you know. But you know, it was a very loving tribute between the two. So if you get to see it, it's really worth watching.
There's one clip of All in the Family I've been trying to find forever. But Archie and Rob Reiner, they're sitting there in the chairs and they're arguing about if you should put one shoe on, or one sock on,
socks or
shoe
shoes.
on. Yeah,
I just saw that clip on YouTube.
I love that scene.
Oh really? Oh yeah. If you ever see that, ping it, send it to me because I gotta find it. I remember them arguing about that, and those two guys so hysterical.
All in the Family was groundbreaking for this country.
I still watch it.
Me too.
Quite often.
It is not what's his name.
Norman Lee. I love Norman Lee.
Didn't come up with the story with this.
Wasn't that the British show?
The British show called Till Death, I think it was called.
Yeah.
Oh. And but it was not the same show because this one was made for American audiences, and so American audiences could relate to it, and so on and so forth. But that was a brilliant moment in television history because of what it represented. It completely changed the landscape of situation comedies.
Yep.
Yes.
I was just watching it tonight, and there was a scene where they were talking about politics, like somebody was running for election, like an assemblywoman. So Archie is looking at the ticket that Mike is helping the lady run with. This would be a great ticket: a WAP, a Jew, and somebody else. He says that's a balanced ticket. Like you had three. How he just like made fun of three ethnic groups right there.
DEI.
Yeah, exactly. From the DEI, yeah.
Well, what was great about that
Archie
show
style.
is that it dealt with racism in a very virulent way, but you couldn't hate them for doing it the way they were doing it because they were portraying this guy who didn't know better.
Yeah, he was just so stupid. Yeah,
He was just ignorant.
Yeah, just taking her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was also the first show that flushed the toilet on the on the
I
show.
know.
You couldn't talk about bathroom stuff.
Oh, you couldn't. A lot of stuff you couldn't do back then, and they broke the barrier on it.
I remember there was a scene where Archie farted in bed, and he was saying, and like Edith was like, that's disgusting, and he says, "It's all right, I blew it out." And he pushes it out the side. Flaps
What was another good one? I don't know who wrote the episode. Remember the one with Beverly, the crossdresser, when she dies?
Yeah.
Mike gets mugged and they wind up killing her.
Yeah.
And even my brother says, look how groundbreaking it is. This was like the early 70s.
Yeah.
And that was probably daring to get on TV, something like that.
Well, they could get away with it because as time went on, America allowed them to do it, and forgave whatever they were doing. But it was a good show. It was a great show.
Well, in some ways, our society was more open in the early mid 70s than it is now.
No, I don't know that it was open. I mean, we were very closed in that they were very funny about what you could say and what you couldn't say about you couldn't flush a toilet, for instance.
Right. Because
How
that was
silly is
leftover.
that?
But you had Love American Style. You had All in the Family. You had all these shows that.
Yeah, but you can't compare Love American Style with All in the Family, because
No, I'm just saying that they were, they approached subjects that in ways that you couldn't do now.
Love American Style could?
Well,
they never did.
Did you ever watch some of those?
That was just always super clean.
Remember when they only used female dogs in commercials because they didn't want to show the dog's balls?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to see dogs' balls.
Well, maybe
Same.
I do. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you know what I found out in a little thing? I'm watching YouTube. Well, guess facts I found out. Do you know that orange cats, 80% of them are male?
I wonder why. Is it the color?
Why is that?
Wow.
I don't know.
My daughter told me that a long time ago.
Yeah.
Is that a myth?
And do you know the most loving? Do you know the most loving
There's
cat?
a genetic reason why.
Do you know the most loving cat towards a litter? Will embrace a litter and take care of them and raise them and all that. Siamese cats. Yeah, I didn't know this. I saw they had a thing on about stuff you didn't know about the animals, and I'm going about cats, and I went, wow, And then they did a thing about Mrs. Katz, who I knew quite well. Anyway, it's it's sad. It was very sad, and to have the president say the things he said, and to double down on them the next day.
Yeah, they gave him a chance to take it back, and then he just said it over again.
He doubled down on it. I'm going, you may not have liked the guy. You may have hated the guy's comedy. You may not have appreciated him. But he just died.
And he got murdered.
He got murdered, he and his wife. You don't, that's when you shut your mouth for a while and don't say anything.
They showed a clip of him talking about Charlie Kirk dying and saying how people should be united about this and all that stuff. And then then they showed the clip of him talking this.
Yeah.
Such a hypocrite.
He got on the TV and did a speech tonight and lied like 5,000 times.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier in the show.
Oh, okay.
I told Marjorie from the beginning, let's just count how many times he mentions Joe Biden. And it was like 8, I think we counted.
And you would have been drunk.
Yeah, if you had a drink every time. Hey, well, anyway, that's about it for tonight. Hey, Jeff, good having you here. Nice to see they drew blood out of you, too.
Yeah, why not?
I always feel there's going to be a guy with a cape and fangs the next time I go. Thank you so much to our old friend Kevin for being here in his new digs in Oregon. That room gets neater and neater. I know you don't think so, but you're making a den.
It's the last one.
It's the last one. Alan, good seeing you here tonight. Same thing with you, Tony. Brian, the best. Charlie, always the best. And Ray, we like you every time you're here. We
Thank
feel
you.
we're blessed, okay?
Thank you.
Everybody give a big wave goodbye. I'll give a big wave goodbye at you. And there's our citizen panel for tonight. There'll be another one again tomorrow night, which will be my birthday show, okay? And we'll see you tomorrow night. Same time, same station in life. Yeah, you know? In the meantime, as always, if you see her, tell her I love her, okay? Bye-bye, everybody. See you later. Come on. Yeah, there we go.